Good afternoon. This is a recording of the sales and distribution long cycle. In this exercise, we are going to go through the whole sales and distribution cycle by first creating a customer, and we'll go and we'll make changes to the customer profile. We'll get an inquiry from a customer, a person who is interested in buying one of our products. So at this point, an inquiry is just a question whether we carry that particular product, and what's the price, what are the specifications. We will see how can we copy that inquiry in an actual quotation. So when the customer ask us about a specific product, we create an inquiry and we respond to the customer by creating a quotation. In the quotation, we actually specify a certain price and a duration, a period of time when the price is valid. We also are going to create a sales order. Whichever customer we send that quotation, they are interested in actually buying. So we are going to create a sales order that is referencing a quotation. So it goes back to the quotation. Before we actually start the selling, we will check our stock. Do we have enough to honor that coming sales order? We are going to start the delivery process, and the delivery process starts by by our submitting a delivery note. We are saying that it is okay for us to send that material. Someone picks it up actually from storage to the packaging area, and when it's ready to be shipped, that's when you create what we call a goods issue. The goods issue is an indication it has shipped, and as a result, you can now run the invoice. You can create an invoice to the customer and send it to that customer. You cannot do that until you actually shipped. So we start the delivery process. The people in warehouse will pick the material, reserve it, or send it to the packaging area. It gets packaged, and then when it is ready to be shipped, we post the goods issue. After that, we are going to create an invoice for the customer. We cannot invoice the customer until we have shipped. We have started the shipping process. So when you load the items on a truck, then you are allowed to post the goods issue. Now, my final stage of the selling process would be to create an invoice, send it to the customer, wait for the customer to receive it, and to send back payment. When they send back payment, I have to enter that payment. It would, of course, reflect on accounts receivable. I'm sorry, it's not. It reflects on the accounts receivable and the accounts for that particular customer. But when you ship and you create an invoice, again, it automatically debit the accounts receivable. When you receive the payment, you credit the accounts receivable, and you would debit cash at that time. So that's the process. We start by creating a new customer, and it tells you to go to logistics because that's part of our daily business processes. So we'll go to logistics, sales and distribution, master data. We talked about master data, and we said master data is data that continue to reside within the database from one business cycle to the next. We do not expect master data to change. So because a customer continue to be a customer from one business cycle to the next, that's considered a master data. So the first thing they ask you to select sole two-party under the account group. That means that customer that we are going to create is a customer that we are going to sell to. So that organization is considered to be a sole two-party, a party that we will sell to. Your sales organization is the UE00, that's east of the United States. Your company code before that is the US 00. And you are selling bicycles, so the division is BI. The distribution channel is where wholesale. And you're asked to click on the enter key. Now that will open a new window where you will continue to enter more information about the customer. So you want the title to be a company. The name is the Bike Zone. Your search term is your last 3-digit numbers. Mine is 000, but you guys have a different number depending on what is your GBI digits at the end. You're asked to put in a house number that is 2144 North Orange Avenue. And now your postal code is 32804. Orlando for the city. And US for the country. And Florida for the region. Now you're asked to enter the transportation zone. So you're asked to expand the address and to click on the search icon for the transportation zone. So you need to scroll down to see the transportation zone, and you're asked to search for region East. Now you need to go under account management. So they ask you to click on the company code data, and that opens that window, and now we are going to enter the reconciliation account, and that's the account that enable you to aggregate all of your vendor accounts into an AP account, or all of your customer accounts into an AR account. And they ask you to put in a sort key 001. That means posting date. You will sort by the posting date. Now your terms of payment should be 001. Your 001 means you are expected to pay immediately all of your net after you receive an inventory. Once you're done, you are going to click on the sales area data button, and that will get you to this screen. You're supposed to enter the currency as US dollars. Which it is, and then you're asked to put 1 in the customer pricing procedure. It already has a 1. And the customer stat group, they want you also to put a 1. and then click on the shipping tab, and you are asked to enter a delivery priority of 02, and that means normal item. It is not rushed or anything. The shipping conditions should be 01, which means it is standard. And the delivering plant is in Miami. So all terms are tax classification. You have exemption. So everything is fine now. Just make sure before you hit enter that you have all of the information that they ask you to do. So you have a customer that has been created. That's the 25002. The next step is to create a contact person for the customer. Okay, now you're asked to enter a 1 in here, and 1 means it is management, so that contact person that you are creating is from management. His particular department is 0002. So he is a purchasing manager, and his function is 02. So he is head of purchasing. And then we need to specify how many times to call that customer. That's part of supply chain, guys. So it's asked you to put call frequency. So see that number, that's the number of the new contact person. You want to now change the customer. So you're asked now to change the customer. And it brings your customer number and the information. Everything is correct. So in the sales area, on the sales area data screen, you need to select the partner function tab. and you are going to add now a new line that specifies the contact person. So the code for it is CP, contact partner. And type in the customer number. And hit enter. You want to search for John James that you entered. So we're supposed to enter the customer number, and so here is John James. His number is actually 3. And now we want to save. So just like in case, to make sure that it is saved. Now see, they will resort the lines, but your CP contact person is now added. John James Jones is the name. We are now on creating a customer inquiry. That's page 11. So we're going back. And we're going to sales and distribution, sales inquiry, and we are going to create an inquiry. You're asked to enter IN as the type. That's a standard inquiry, and it is US East, it is wholesale, and it is bicycles. We are to hit enter. That creates or bring up the inquiry form. For the sold to party, you need to sell to that client that you to that customer that you have just created. So my search term are 000. You guys is different. It's the last 3 digits of your GBI number. You want to sell to the bike zone. That's my 250002. My PO number should be my 3 digits of my GBI. So mine is 000. Today is my date. and it is valid from today and valid until a month from today, so for 30 days. Now we are going to enter the items that the customer is inquiring about, and they are actually asking for a material that's the Deluxe Touring Bike Black. Now I showed you in the lab before, easiest way to locate it, you can follow the instructions on the PDF file, or you can remember what I said, just like put an asterisk and put your 3-digit numbers. So I get all of my material. I know that I need a Deluxe Touring Bike Black. And you want, or that customer is asking for a quantity of 5 pieces. Now he also wants a Professional Touring Bike Black. And he's interested in 2 of them. When you hit enter, you will see that the description has already been populated for you along with the price. So it is 15,000 for the 5 Deluxe Touring Bike and 6,400 for the Professional Touring Bike. Now, if you look at the net value is 21,400, that's the cost of the 2, but something appears as the expected order value is 6,420. So you are expecting that even though this customer is inquiring about products that are costing 21,000, he or she or that particular organization, we are expecting that they will make an order for just 6,420. Now, from where did they come up, or SAP came up with that number? That's the calculated value, which is equal to the value, the total value or the net value, multiplied by a probability of having in the inquiry actually get translated or turned into an actual order. So the higher the probability, the higher the expected order value. So you can look up the expected the expected probability, or the probability column. So as you can see, the order probability is just 30%. So you are expected, or based on that customer profile, you are expecting that they will, that there is a 30% chance that they will turn an actual inquiry into an order. What happens if we increase that into a 70%? Now hit enter and see what will happen to the expected order value. It actually increased from the 6,000 to a 14,000. So the higher the chances, the higher the probability, the higher the expected order value. So we're now ready to save the inquiry, and we get a number. You don't really need to save that. You need to save only the sales order number, and that's what you need like to submit. Okay, now we are creating the quotation. So we'll go back to the main menu, and we are going to close inquiry now and go under quotation and create a quotation. Remember, the quotation is a document that you, the selling company, would create in response to an inquiry. So after you get an inquiry, you would send a quotation to the client or to the customer. The quotation type is a QT, and again, US East is the sales organization. It is a wholesale. You're selling wholesale and you're selling bicycles. Now, because we have already an inquiry, the quotation will be a reference to the inquiry. I don't have to re-enter the lines again. I want to copy them from the inquiry, so that's why I'm going to click on Create with Reference. And now they will ask me for the inquiry number. So once I get that inquiry number, which I have it right there, you want to copy it. So now your quotation will automatically have the items that you had originally on your inquiry. And again, it also has the name of the customer, so you don't have to worry about all of that. Your quotation should be valid again still for 1 month. You want to enter the PO first, which is again just your GBI numbers. Your PO date is today's date. And the valid to should be 1 month from today. So you're saying I'm going to honor the price for 1 month. And now you click on enter, and it tells you that you are going to get a warning. Well, you're not getting it, but you want now to give them a discount. So you want to go to the pricing and include a discount. So they tell you to go down and click on the item condition. We want to give them a $50 discount on the deluxe touring bike. You can see that the price is $3,000. There is a zero cash discount. You have an internal price. So even though you're selling for $3,000, if you sell it to another department, it is $1,400. And within standard, again, internal price within the US is $1,600. So remember, if you remember GBI, the company, we said that this company is in Germany, and the Germany subdivision is responsible for manufacturing, and that's why the price in Germany is less than the internal price within the USA. We want to add now a new line, so we'll go and enter a material discount, which means a discount for that material that we are selling, and the code for that material discount is K004. And you want to put a value of $50. So you're giving the customer a $50 discount. So if I give them a discount, a material discount of $50, that will reduce, of course, their price. So now you see that the price after the rebate becomes $2,950. We want to apply another 5%, but that's for the entire order, not for a particular material. So they ask you to go to the header, because remember now if you apply a discount, it will be for a particular material. If you want to apply it for the whole order, then you need to go to the header. So you need to go header, and conditions. And now we are going to add now a different type of a discount. This discount is on the whole order, 5% discount on the whole order to the code for a discount on the whole order is RA00. And you want to put under the amount 5 and hit enter. And I say the RA code is a percent. They know that it is a percent discount. So even if you put just 5, it says there is a 5% discount. And you see that the net has been decreased now. So now the net is just 21,150. I want to make sure that this particular discount gets applied, so I'm going to activate it. And I'm going to save it. So my quotation has now been saved. I'm ready now to create an order with reference to the quotation. And the first thing is to specify what type of order you want to order, and it is just a standard order. And I went back because we need to create that order not from scratch. We want to reference the quotation that we created. So we'll reference the quotation. Here is my quotation. And I hit copy, and now everything that was on the quotation is copied in here. So I want to make sure that actually the discounts that I gave to the customer has been applied. You can see your net value is 20,000. It was originally 24,000. You gave them $50 discount on every single deluxe touring bike, and you also give them a total of 5% discount on the whole order. So that resulted in that reduction to $20,092. we are going to enter again the PO number as our last 3 GBI numbers, and we'll enter today's date. Now I want to make sure that the required delivery date is not actually the today's date, because that will create a problem for us. You want to make sure that it is at least like 2 weeks. You can still deliver today, but you it won't prevent you, but you have to be realistic in terms of when can you deliver. You can say 2 weeks, or you can choose just 1 week. So you need to click twice on the enter key in order to get rid of the warning that you get regarding the date. And now you are going to save, and it will give you an order number. Now mine is 87. This is what you need to actually submit. You have to finish the rest, but that's what you need to submit. And here is the end of your lab. I'm going to continue the rest in another video.